This is TechCrunch. Space investing goes mainstream as VCs ditch the rocket science. I'm Imran Sheikh, and your Tuesday Daily Crunch starts right now. Taco Bell's chief digital officer says the company is having an active conversation about when and when not to use AI. The company's apparently rolled out voice AI-powered ordering at more than 500 drive-thrus, leading to, unflattering viral moments like someone ordering 18,000 water cups in order to bypass the AI and get connected to a human server. Chief Digital and Technology Officer Dane Matthews told the Wall Street Journal that even he has mixed experiences with the technology. Sometimes it lets me down, but sometimes it really surprises me. Overall, it sounds like Taco Bell is still deciding how broadly to deploy AI at the drive-thru, with leeway for different franchises to do things their own way. For example, rather than relying on AI exclusively, Matthews said it might make sense to have a human handle drive-thru orders at busy restaurants with long lines. For our teams, we'll help coach them. At your restaurant, at these times, we recommend you use voice AI, or recommend that you actually really monitor voice AI and jump in as necessary, he said. Nearly 40% of Nvidia's second quarter revenue came from just 2 customers, according to a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission. On Wednesday, the chipmaker reported record revenue of $46.7 billion during the quarter that ended on July 27th, a 56% year-over-year increase, largely driven by the AI data center boom. However, subsequent reporting highlighted how much of that growth seems to be coming from just a handful of customers. Specifically, Nvidia said that a single customer represented 23% of total Q2 revenue, while sales to another customer represented 16% of Q2 revenue. The filing doesn't identify either of these customers, only referring to them as Customer A and Customer B. During the first half of the fiscal year, Nvidia says Customer A and Customer B accounted for 20% and 15% of total revenue, respectively. 4 other customers accounted for 14%, 11%, another 11%, and 10% of Q2 revenue, the company says. In its filing, the company says these are all direct consumers, such as original equipment manufacturers, system integrators, or distributors who purchase their chips directly from Nvidia. Indirect customers, such as cloud service providers and consumer internet companies, purchase Nvidia chips from these direct consumers. In other words, it sounds unlikely that a big cloud provider like Microsoft, Oracle, Amazon, or Google might secretly be Customer A or Customer B, though those companies may be indirectly responsible for that massive spending. In fact, Nvidia's chief financial officer, Nicole Kress, said that large cloud service providers accounted for 50% of Nvidia's data center revenue, which in turn represented 88% of the company's total revenue, according to CNBC. 5 years ago, investor Caitlin Holloway made what she called a literal moonshot investment. A founding partner of the generalist venture firm 776 admits she and her team had no clue what rocket company Stoke Space was talking about when they pitched the firm on its reusable launch technology. We knew full well we were not the specialists, she says. Since then, Holloway has also invested in Interloon, a company planning to harvest helium-3 from the moon and sell it back to Earth for quantum computing and medical imaging applications. Holloway is well aware of the skepticism these bets might attract. At the same time, her journey from space novice to investor reflects a broader change in venture capital as VCs without aerospace engineering degrees increasingly back space startups. In fact, global venture investment in space technology reached $4.5 billion across 48 companies as of July, according to PitchBook. Now, that's more than 4 times the amount that space startups attracted in 2024. What's driving this trend? Well, for starters, SpaceX and other companies have substantially reduced launch costs, making space accessible to founders with applications-focused business models. We are literally, as a species, sitting on the precipice of space becoming part of our day-to-day lives, Holloway told this editor in a recent episode of TC's Strictly VC Download podcast. She added, "And I truly do not think the world understands that or is ready for it." That has allowed VCs to look past companies that build rockets to startups that use space-based data and infrastructure for new applications like climate monitoring, intelligence gathering, and communications. Geopolitical tensions are making defense-related space startups attractive because China's rapidly advancing space capabilities are driving increased U.S. investment. And that's your Daily Crunch. Today's stories were reported by Anthony Ha, Connie Loizos, and more beautiful, lovely TechCrunch journalists. We'll see you here tomorrow, same tech time, same Crunch channel, and until then, find us at TechCrunch.com.